Hello internet world and welcome to a new video on the Geekanoids channel. In today's video it's the start of a new series. This is a new video series about me switching away from using a smartphone to a dumb phone, so a very simple mobile phone. And I'm planning to do this for various reasons which I'll talk to you about in this video. The main reason is to sort of take a break from social media, take a break from looking at my smartphone all the time and gain back some of that valuable time, and to see if I can manage using a regular mobile phone like we used to back in the day on a day-to-day basis. Now I'm going to set myself some rules in this video. I'll talk to you about those in a short while, but before I do so I want to show you the actual phone. Let me just unlock it. This is the phone that I've selected to use for my dumb phone challenge. It's a really nice looking phone actually. This is the Nokia 3310 3G version in this charcoal grey colour. Now I had a Nokia 3310 back in the day. The battery used to last for ages. It had a monochrome screen and it was just fantastic. And of course one of the things that it used to do on the old Nokia 3310 was play Snake, and this has got a new version of Snake installed on this smartphone. So you've even got a game installed on here. It's a really nice looking screen, as you can see. It has got a camera on the back. You can also add memory to it. It's got a really nice sort of menu system, a lot different to what we were used to back in the day as well. And you've actually got the likes of an Opera browser on here and Facebook, and of course Snake. We've got a gallery, obviously call history. We've even got, if you can see that logo down the bottom there, if I hide my face you can see the Twitter logo. So we have in fact got Twitter installed on here as well, which is really cool. I'm not going to be using that, of course. All I'm going to be using this for is communications, so making and taking phone calls and receiving and sending text. That's all I'm going to be using this for. Now the rules I'm going to set myself are, and you're getting two videos in one here because I'm going to show you a new smartphone that I've got as well. I still need to run a business, so I'm going to be doing this for just over a week. I'm still going to be using social media, but the rule I'm setting myself is I can only use social media when I'm sitting at my desk or using my laptop at this desk. That is the rule. So if I'm tweeting, it's going to be from here. I need to do that because I can't stop sharing my discount links that I do every day on the @Geek Discounts Twitter. I also can't stop communicating with you guys for a whole week because that will affect my business and my revenue. But whilst I'm out and about, whilst I'm sitting with family, talking with family, whilst I'm watching a movie, whilst I'm out for a meal, whilst I go to a business meeting, out with clients, etc., whilst I'm travelling, the only form of communication, let me unlock this again, the only communication device I'm going to have is this. So I'm not going to have the distraction of continually checking emails, continually checking social media, etc., etc. And in fact the only post that I plan to actually send with my smartphone, which is this one here, are in fact Instagram. So if I need to update an Instagram post, then I'm going to be sitting at this desk and just doing an Instagram post with this phone. It probably won't happen over the week. I'm going to try not to even do one Instagram post throughout the whole week, but that is what my plan is. Now I just briefly mentioned, I'm digressing from the topic of this video, but I briefly mentioned that you're going to get two videos in one here because this is going to be the reveal of what smartphone I've been using. I mentioned this in a few of my broadcasts that I am still using Google Android. I haven't gone back to using OS 11, and I haven't switched back to the iPhone 10. All these numbers to remember when I'm running on about 5 hours sleep. I'm still using Google Android. The OnePlus 5T is in a drawer, and the phone that I've been using for the past 2 weeks almost now is this, the BlackBerry. Let me give you a closer look at this. BlackBerry Motion. Try not to get reflections in the screen there for you. This is the BlackBerry Motion, and I've been really pleased with it. The camera performance more than adequate. It's not fantastic. The performance more than adequate. Not fantastic. You're getting a little bit of a mini review here. The actual sort of lag is there on this smartphone. It does lag when you start up applications. You can see it sort of jerking, dropped frames, etc. But for the most part, it's a really good smartphone, and I like BlackBerry Hub, where I can have all of my messages coming into one sort of app and deal with emails, texts, WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter, all within one panel. That's what I really like on this. I know you can install BlackBerry Hub on other smartphones as well, but it obviously works much better on their own hardware. And as I mentioned, the camera is really good, not fantastic, it's not going to blow your mind away, and the battery life on this has been exemplary. Really good battery life. Also love the controls. We've got a quick action key as well here, which I've got to launch the camera, and it just works really well. I'm not going to talk too much more about this because this is all about the dumb phone challenge. And moving back to Nokia 3310, let's give you another look at this. I think I'm going to struggle, and I'm going to update you every couple of days how I'm getting on with this in a live broadcast, so you can ask questions as well. And the reason I think I'm going to struggle is because I've got so used to using a touchscreen smartphone, as we most have, and I've got used to updating Twitter, checking my emails whilst I'm out and about. So that's going to be the difficulty. And albeit this is a really nice smartphone, I think that's going to be the struggle. I don't struggle too much already. When I'm sitting down for a meal, my phone goes in my pocket, my smartphone, so I don't look at my screen continually like I see some people doing. But I really want to just break away from that continual sort of wanting to check, and I do check my smartphone every 30 minutes to an hour, and I think that is one of the main problems that people have. They're distracted all the time, and apart from me personally thinking it's quite rude if you check your smartphone while you're mid-conversation, or if you're at a dinner table and you're checking your smartphone, it's not very social, is it? And we use them for social media. Yeah, it's not very sociable. And I just think it's really good to take that break away. And I'm looking forward to using this for at least a week. After the week, I'm still going to keep it because it was nice and cheap anyway. I've left a link down below in the video description to where you can pick up one for yourself. But I think what this will actually do, apart from giving me great battery life and a good communication device, and I have used this for some phone calls already, and it's got a really good sort of speaker and call quality, I think what this will actually do is gain me back quite a lot of hours and quite a lot of focus. And I mean, if somebody really wants to contact me, they're going to have to text, and then if it's important, I'll struggle with the 3-tap keyboard, like the predictive text on this, and I'll send them a text back. But more often than not, they'll wait till I get back and I'll probably ring them. And if it's really urgent, then they're going to have to ring me and actually talk to me. Actually talk to a person. Think about that. Actually pick up the phone and talk to somebody. Very, very cool. And I just think it'll give me something really good to experience, to actually come off grid slightly with regards to social media and use a dumb phone, you know, a standard mobile phone with great battery life for at least a week. I think it's going to be a really good experiment. I'm really happy to be able to share my experience with you and bring you along on that journey. So anyway, as with all these live broadcasts, first 4 in the live chat get a shout out. We've got Best Tech LJL, Sumunath, Alex Anderton and Gamers Unlimited UK. A big hello to all of you. Alex, thank you very much for your really cool comment on the video yesterday. I really did appreciate it. Keep doing what you're doing. A lot of you in here, or not all of you, but quite a few of you, I've recognised your names, are content creators. So keep on creating, even though we've had that recent YouTube change. Don't give up. And I just want to scroll through to Ryan's comment. Hey Dave, I literally just finished watching the other broadcast. I did broadcast already an update on the flood in the studio. We've also got Sumu saying, did any of your phones get damaged in the flood? No, thankfully there were no phones in the studio. I did have my iPad Pro in there and it looks fine. It was wet on the front, but I was so happy when I opened this up. It worked fine. So this survived. It really did. I am concerned. Something my daughter said, what if water or damp ingressed into it? And it's got that sort of, there's some sort of detector in iOS devices, but it does work fine. I'm very, very pleased with it. What other questions have we got? Best Tech LJ, or the older one, the older Nokia, had battery bars up the side of the screen. Yes, I think I remember that. Chris Bryson, is the interface like what was on later Nokia phones, like the N95? Very similar. Yeah, very, very similar. I think it's is it called Symbian? I forget. I think it's a Symbian OS on here. For the love of Tech 2, welcome to near 1 week's battery life and perfect type tweets. I won't be typing tweets on it, not at all. I'm not even going to set up the Twitter app on there. Chris Bryson, very reflective screen on the BlackBerry Motion. I have got a very bad screen protector on there at the moment, so it's probably the screen protector. For the love of Tech 2, best thing ever, BlackBerry Hub ported onto my OnePlus One, as did the BlackBerry keyboard. Very interesting. I might well try that. Raymond Moore, what would have happened, Dave, if you never changed your video format to live last year and relied so much on pre-recorded video produced in the studio? If that had happened, I would have just recorded or pre-recorded videos here in the editing room. So it would have still been very disruptive, but it wouldn't have stopped me pre-recording videos. Not at all. Not at all. And I've also got backup cameras. So even though one of my cameras was in the room, again, I had my Panasonic, I think I've got it over here. I've got my Panasonic G80 here, which was in the studio. And I'm not sure if this is a waterproof camera, but I've checked it and it seems to work fine. So again, even though I've listed this on the insurance, I think this works fine. So I don't think this is going to be any problem at all. And all of the lenses, I had 3 lenses in there as well. And all of those lenses, as far as I know again, are waterproof lenses. So they should, fingers crossed, be okay. Because I don't want to get to do unnecessary... Let's rephrase that because I'm mixing my words. I don't want to unnecessarily claim for items that work fine. And this works absolutely fine as far as I can see. And although it's been subject to all of that steam, you know, it focuses fine. You know, it's pretty much spot on. So I don't think that's been the problem. So I was really lucky that this and the 3 lenses and the iPad Pro are all working okay. There are some items in there I'm still waiting to be tested, but we'll save that for another video. Gamers Unlimited UK, what flood? If you check my last video, there is a flood update on that last video. The GH5 from Sumu Nath asking, is the GH5 destroyed? No, the GH5 was sitting safely in the editing room, so I'm really happy. It was sort of very minimal sort of damage to equipment. Just the room is really wrecked. But anyway, let's move back to the subject of this particular video, because it's all about the dumb phone. But I wanted to take some of your questions because they're all really relevant and I love chatting to you guys. So back to the Nokia 3310 3G. Just to recap, for those of you tuned in late, I'm going to be using this for a whole week, maybe 10 days, but probably a week. And I'll update you every couple of days how I'm getting on. Whenever I'm out and about, I'm not going to have my smartphone with me. It's all going to be relying on the Nokia 3310 and actually making phone calls and talking to people and replying to the occasional text. I'm not looking forward to that, I must admit it. Not looking forward to using predictive text and tapping away on this. It's so many years since I've done that. But that is it for this video. Stay tuned for more on the Nokia 3310. Let me know in the comments section below, if you're watching this after the live broadcast, what you think of this challenge. Do you think I'm going to succeed? Do you think I'm going to hate it? And stay tuned for the next update very soon. Have a fantastic weekend, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you all in the next one.